like I just feel like I'm not passionate about anything that I'm doing or learning, then this is for you. This is for the person that feels like they just don't fit in any particular area. And that's how it always has been with me. Dude, these bugs suck. That's how it's always been for me, is like I've never fit in exactly one place here or there. It's always been, I fit in a little bit here, I fit in a little bit there. And so it's been tough to figure out kind of where to go from there.
I can't recall the last time I took advice from anyone. Shaped like the figure eight. Who trusts pretty girls anyway? And I can't recall the last time I took advice from anyone. I'm sure I'll be the death of me.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm out here, just got out here, I'm at the park, and today's going to be a little bit different when it comes to vlogging. So, you know, usually I start, you know, what's up, what's going on, whatever. But today's the first day of the vlog. So, this is how you really vlog. So I'm teaching you the real style of really vlogging. But basically, this is the new video, first video out of the new series that I'm going to start doing, which is basically all about doing things that you know you want to do, but you don't know where to start. And so, we're starting. Basically, I think one of the biggest problems with most people is everybody has things they want to do, everybody has things they want to achieve, and we all talk about it a lot. And it's really easy to talk about something that you want to do because, well, it's something you want to do. But the thing is, there's no actions that ever go behind all those things that we want to do. And I think that's been a big issue with a lot of people, even myself, you know? But what I've learned is once you start doing something, it's so much easier to keep doing it. Because now you got one under your belt, or two under your belt, or three, you know? And it just so on and so forth. And it just keeps building. And it just helps build that momentum. Then you start to see results, you start to see people liking your stuff, you start to see growth, and it's exhilarating, it just sets this fire inside of you that's like, okay, like, hey, maybe I can do this, maybe I have the tools, maybe I have the ability, so let's do it. And this is kind of just me wanting to show you that you don't have to have all this fancy equipment, you don't have to do all these cool things to be a vlogger or somebody who makes YouTube videos or anything like that, you know. And I think that's something that most people tell me all the time is like, you don't have the tools, or you don't have the skills, or, you know, all those people that are big in YouTube and stuff, you know, they have millions of subscribers. And I'm just like, okay, well, guess what? Give me a year. Wait, you know, time is everything, you know, and everything takes time. And I think the thing is, you can't get discouraged, you can't get disappointed if it doesn't happen overnight. Success is something that is built, you know. You have to get in that mindset that I will do this, I'm going to accomplish this, all these things are going to happen for me. Once you get in that mindset of starting to do things, starting to actively seek opportunities and do them, a lot of things change. You know, you start building connections, you start building confidence in yourself. And I think that's something that I really want to portray to even the kids, you know, in high school or college students or adults. I mean, anybody can build confidence, anyone can grow. And that's the biggest part about this all, is like, you can start this whenever you want. You can start your journey of self-fulfillment, self-entrepreneurship, any type of thing like that by yourself whenever you want. You don't need $1 million, you don't need financial freedom. You just need to have the desire to want to build something that's bigger than yourself. And that's what this is all about. So here at One Day Production, all we want to do is build something bigger than ourselves. That's the goal. We want to have something that not everybody has. We want to do something that not everybody's doing. I don't want to wake up doing a 9-to-5 job, and there's nothing wrong with 9-to-5 jobs. If your goal is to be a doctor someday, and that's your goal, that's your dream, that's what you aspire to be, Well, yeah, there's certain steps you gotta take. You gotta go to school, you gotta go to med school. You know, there's a lot of hard work that goes into that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great goal to be. But if you're a person who doesn't really feel like, oh, well, I don't want to work here, business isn't like necessarily the place I want to be at, you know, like I just feel like I'm not passionate about anything that I'm doing or learning, then this is for you. This is for the person that feels like they just don't fit in any particular area. And that's how it always has been with me. Dude, these bugs suck. That's how it's always been for me, is like I've never fit in exactly one place here or there. It's always been, I fit in a little bit here, I fit in a little bit there. And so it's been tough to figure out kind of where to go from there. So that's kind of where I started digging, and I started learning, and I started realizing that I could do something for myself. I could do anything I wanted to do, anywhere I wanted to be, and do what I wanted to do and be happy doing it. And I think a lot of people get jealous of that, and a lot of people get mad about that, and they all try to push you down. They all try to keep you down and be like, no, you can't do that, you can't succeed in that. That's like a 1 in a million thing. You know, you got to have certain skills, you got to have this following that's already there. You know, they already started at 1 million followers on Instagram, so when they transitioned to YouTube, it was easy for them to become, you know, big. Well, that's not true. You can, there's a lot of things you can do, and it only takes one. It only takes one moment, one video, one activity, one whatever for your life to change. And I think that's what motivates me to do so much, is the fact that it only takes one. You know, it's not something that just magically happens, you know? It's not something that, you know, it's like, oh, it's a lightning strike. It's something that I have control of. It's something that I can take the reins and be like, yo, this is what I want to do. What do I have to do it? You know, and that's the thing. Like, for me, the question that really stuck with me was a question that one of my good friends now had asked me my freshman year of college. The first question he asked me when I first met him, never knew this guy. He asked me, are you a talker or are you a doer? And this question really stuck with me for a while, because I was like, at first, obviously, I'm like, yeah, I'm a doer, man. Like, you see me? I'm a doer. I do things. And then the more I thought about it, the more I really, really thought about it, and I was truthful with myself, I realized I'm not a doer. I was a talker. I was someone who would talk about all these things that I wanted to do, all these things I wanted to achieve, but I hadn't done anything. I just kind of gone with the flow, done the things that I knew I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go to school. I was supposed to get good grades. And to me, that was the hardest part, was realizing like, I just talk about doing stuff. But once I realized that, it really started building something inside of me saying like, hey, I'm going to do more than just talk. I'm going to start doing. So the next year, I started kind of figuring out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, the things I wanted to achieve. And it slowly built into what this is today. You know, I'm 20 years old, just finished my sophomore year of college, and I think that's going to be it. I'm not going back, because I have a dream, I have an aspiration, I have a goal that I'm going to succeed in business on my own. I have 2 other businesses that I do. I do a social media business called Like Water Social Media. Follow that if you want. Link will be down below. But I started that with another buddy of mine at first, and things just didn't go so well. It was going good at first, but tensions got kind of high when, you know, one person feels like they're working harder than the other person and not getting any credit for it. And so, you know, things kind of split off there, you know, and it was really sad that it had to end that way, because it didn't have to, you know. It's just people are people, and when people don't get along, things happen and things change. So I gave it a few months, and then another guy had approached me asking me to do the same kind of business with him. And at first, I was really kind of like, do I want to do this? It's based in town, so that means like I feel like I'd be obligated more to stay close to here. Do I want to be tied to here? And I realized, you know what? This is exactly what I talk about. This is what I talk about with all my friends, with all my family members, with anybody who tells me they want to do more than just a 9 to 5. And that's when I realized, like, I have to take this opportunity, because I talk about taking opportunities all the time. And that's what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to take every opportunity that they have and run with it, see where it takes them. Because one thing can lead to another thing, which can lead to another thing. And it could be something that you never realized or thought was possible. And so right now I'm taking that thing as far as I can go. And honestly, I think it's going to be something big. The way things have been going with it, the way things have been turning out so far with the whole business has been insane. Like, the amount of people that want to be a part of it, the amount of people that want, that we've been getting business from has been like, it's been crazy. Because, we're only a few weeks old, and already we've had so many inquiries of, oh, wait, could you do this? Could you do that? And we're all like, yeah, we got that, and they're like, oh, quite great, here, let's get this deal set. Let's do this. And it's just been kind of blowing my mind at just how much faith everybody has in us to do what we can do. And they're taking that risk of, investing in us as we invest in them. And so that's kind of why I'm making this vlog. It's about investing in yourself, guys. Take that time and finally invest in yourself. If you're a freshman in high school, or if you're in 8th grade, or however old you are, start doing something now. It's not too early. It's not too late. You can always do something. And that's what's great about all of this, is like, there's no time. But just remember, every second that you don't do something is another second that you're going to have to work even harder, because somebody else is already doing it. And that's something you got to keep in mind with everything. There's always someone right behind you on your heels. There's always somebody nipping at you, ready to go and push harder, work harder than you. And you got to have that drive to always remember and think, no, like, I'm going to outwork everyone today. I'm going to be the hardest worker in everything that I do. It doesn't matter if you have the most talent in the world. If you're not working hard, you're not going to get anywhere. Be a person who works hard. Be someone who outworks everyone. If the coach says do 10 laps, do an extra 2 or extra 5. Always do more than is required. And that's something that it took me a while to learn, because I would only do things that were required. That was like, oh, I have to do this, or this is something that's necessary. Oh, he said do 10, so I'm only going to do 10. Go above and beyond, always, because it always pays off. Not immediately, but it certainly will in some other area of your life. Always remember that there's always room for you to grow. And I keep saying always a lot because it's true. Everything that you do in life takes work. There's no easy dollar. There's no easy money. There's only hard work. And hard work is something that everybody needs to learn to do. And I think it's sad, because I think our generation is the one generation that just doesn't know they need to work hard. There's some people that get it, and there's a lot of people that don't. And it's really hard to watch when your peers and your friends and everybody's not working as hard as they could be working. And that was me for a while. I didn't work as hard as I could have worked. And now you just got to get in that mindset and know that, hey, there's always something I can do now. If not me, then who? That's what I always think. If I don't do this, then who will? It's about like, and that saying is applied to a lot more than just like starting whatever you want to start. It's like, it goes for being a good person. If you see a kid that's sitting by himself, he might be a little more weird, or doesn't fit in your friend group or whatever. You just got to think, if not me, if I don't go sit by him and talk to him, then who will? You don't know what that kid's life's like. You don't know what that kid's home's life's like. Just be nice to everyone, because everybody wants to fit in somewhere. And that's just one thing that you got to realize, is everybody's looking for a place to fit in. And that was something that I looked for a long time, was trying to fit in. But then you got to remember that you're different for a reason. And that's something that it took me for a while to learn. Like, it took me a while to learn, because I didn't like being different. I didn't like standing out. I didn't like the thought of not fitting in completely anywhere. I had all these friends in all these different places and all these different kinds of walks of life, and it was weird not completely fitting in with any of them. Because I tried for a while to fit in with him or this group or that group, and I never felt right. And I think they always noticed, like, oh yeah, like, he's cool, like, we're cool with him, but it's just like you're not in. And that always really sucked, because I always felt like I was out, and I didn't like that feeling. Like, nobody likes feeling like they're left out or not a part of something completely. So what I did, I started realizing that I stand out for a reason. The reason I'm different is because I want to be. There's more to life than just trying to fit in with everybody else around you. It's all about standing out. Because I know that I'm going to do something bigger than everybody around me. I know that I'm going to achieve more than everybody around me. And I know I have higher goals and expectations for myself than everyone around me. And that's what I'm out to achieve. And this is my journey. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was inspirational to you. Definitely going to be more coming out in the next few weeks. Thank you for the love, the support, everything you guys do. And just remember, do something bigger than yourself.